graduate students. Jonathan is graduating from the Mount Royal School of Art and is from Coopersburg, Pennsylvania.
Good afternoon. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jonathan Latiano. I didn't know she was going to introduce me. I wrote the speech. A graduating MFA student from the Mount Royal School of Art here at MICA. But for those of you who do know me, this is probably not the first time you've seen me speak here. This time is different though. This time is through the lens of a very special occasion, an event, if you will. This time is different because finally, I have a microphone. Let's do this. I thought about a lot of different ways to open this commencement speech. First, I thought that I would start by humming the entire soundtrack to the film Jurassic Park. Brad said shut that one down. Then, I thought that I would start by telling each and every one of you what I really think about you. Brad said he's also shot that one down. Ultimately, though, I decided to start this speech, one of the last things I would say during my career here at MICA, with one of the first things that I said here. I remember back to my interview with my director, Frances Barth, before I was even accepted. The interview was going smoothly enough, but then she asked me a question that kind of threw me off a bit. She asked, "Well, John, you're living in New York City, you're making artwork, you seem to have a life. Why would you want to go to graduate school?" Now, I thought I was prepared for the whole, "Well, why do you want to go to graduate school?" question, but not phrased like that. I sat back in my chair, I thought about it for a sec, and then I said, I want to go to graduate school, and MICA specifically, because I want to surround myself with the best. I want to elevate my peers to a group that will keep me sharp just by being around them. Little did I realize at the time that this off-the-cuff comment would come to be one of the truest things I would say during my time here. Over the last 2 years, I've been continuously surprised, inspired, and challenged by the artists around me. I am privileged to call many of you friends, and proud to call all of you peers. I actually love some of you. That's crazy. At most, we should just be passing acquaintances by now. But when I look out across this auditorium today, I can say with all sincerity that the bonds that I have formed here while at MICA are amongst the most cherished elements that I will take away from my graduate experience. On a personal note, I'd like to thank our directors and professors. Your guidance is something that we will carry with us for the rest of our careers. And to my professors in Mount Royal, I'd like to formally apologize for my actions at the holiday party this year. No one should have to see what they saw that night, especially from someone wearing a pan-denominational/religious Santa costume. I'd like to thank the Office of Graduate Studies, specifically Patrick, Aaron, and Nancy. For better or worse, your doors were always open, and you always had our best interests in mind while listening to our many and varied problems and complaints. On a side note, guys, there's like this whirling sound coming out of one of the 5th floor studio vents. It's kind of like a hey, it's almost more like a hey, and then there's a click at the end. I don't have the specific studio number, and my cell phone is broken, so I cannot meet up with you to show you the problem. But if you could look into that, that would be great. Also, I don't like the weather today, so there's that too. On a more personal note, I'd like to thank and acknowledge not only my parents, but all of the parents, husbands, wives, sons, daughters, and family members gathered in this room today. It takes a special breed of person to support a dream that is, at best, illogical. And to that I say, really? Doctor, lawyer, civic engineer, none of these things occurred to you when we were laying out our plan for life? No, go on. Be an artist. Follow your passion. We love you. Who the hell do you think you are? And on one last and way more personal note, to all of my ex-girlfriends out there, you tell your parents they were wrong. I did amount to something in my life, for I now hold a master's degree in fine art, the most marketable degree on the planet. But of course, it won't be easy. And we don't do it for the fame or the glory, but because we have to. Art, along with advanced language, math, and that amazing human need to learn and explore is one of the true things that sets our species apart from the others on this planet. Those elephants that make paintings don't count. For the record, some of those are pretty good paintings. So here we are. A group of people that have chosen a path that can only ever really promise an uphill battle. And we do it because we are driven by a vigor and tenacity and some sort of romanticism that sets us apart from other professions. We fill a very special niche in society. The history books and the sciences are good for documenting the past and interpreting the physical world around us. It falls on the arts, though, to interpret and transcribe the grayer areas of our universe, the emotions and energy of an event. The object you can only see out of the corner of your eye, but then disappears the moment you look directly at it. And we are blessed with this gift. For we are painters. We are sculptors. We are photographers. We are designers. We are filmmakers, performers, installationists, poets, philosophers, and educators. We are the ultimate stenographers of society, and by God, what we do is important. For most of us today, we find ourselves at the end of our education on paper. And although we now have what are terminal degrees in our profession, our research is just beginning. To truly be experts in our field will require a lifetime of learning, both formal and informal. And it falls on our shoulders, along with all other artists of our generations, to move the theories, responsibilities, and understanding of art forward. The artist, Agnes Martin, in her later years, was quoted posing the question, "Are you doing what you were born to do?" Today, I think we can answer that question with a resounding yes. And I challenge myself and all of us in this auditorium to always be able to answer that question, yes. Let us treat every show we have, whether it's a solo show at a major museum or an obscure group exhibition, like it's the most important of our career. Let us continue to challenge and explore new areas that are foreign to us. Let us defy the conventions of what we have been taught. Let us always be our own hardest critics. And lastly, let us never, ever accept anything but the absolute best from ourselves. Now let's roll up our sleeves and get to it. Thank you.